Good morning, class. Standard 9 and 10 history. Today's chapter is second phase of the Indian national movement 1905 to 1916. In these chapters, for your examination, you have to learn partition of Bengal plus Surat split. That means the Congress leaders split in Surat session, and the repressive powers used by the Britishers and Lord Curzon's repressive act he brought on Indians. There are some five things the assertive nationalists gain. There is early nationalist. They used to method pray, petition, please. But there is this right. The assertive nationalists that are normally called radical leaders. They are like a rowdies type, like a terror type. So they against the earliest moderate policies. Moderate say don't go, don't take violence, but the radical leaders take the law in their own hand. Likewise. So first you will see rise of assertive or radical nationalism. By the end of 19th century, the young radical nationalists emerged within the Congress. They were not satisfied by the method used by the moderates. Moderate means early nationalists. They blamed the British for the gradual impoverishment of masses and stagnation of agriculture and industries. By now, the Indians were aware their ill treatment by the British and discrimination in South Africa also. Social reformers reminded the Indians of their glorious past. Anti-Indian Act passed by Lord Curzon further ignited the radical Indians. Mass support was mobilized and self-confidence, self-reliance and national pride acquired the prime positions. Balagangar Tilak received many Hindu festivals, revived many Hindu festivals to arouse nationalist sentiments. Swadeshi and boycott movements were also launched against the repressive policy of Britishers. Steps were taken to develop indigenous industries. Demand for self-rule provided the base for the mass movement. These are the main causes started how the radical leaders is brought. Like Bhagat Singh, he was the radical leaders like Lala Lajpat Rai, Balagangar Tilak, and Bipin Chandra Pal. This is normally called trio. Trio, that's a triple Paul. Bal, Paul, Pal. Normally it is called a radical leaders. For your examination, you have to learn two contributions about these three leaders. Now let me see the causes of the rise of the assertive nationalisms. First one, the famine and plague. Famine means poverty, no food, and disease, plague. Worsening of economic conditions, ill treatment of Indians in South Africa. International event also there between Britishers. The repressive policies of Lord Curzon, partition of Bengal. These are the main events. Now let's see the famine. Famine and plague. How it came. Drought led to the countrywide famine in 1896 to 97. It affected millions of people and caused nearly 45 lakhs death. The government machinery was slow in providing relief, money, food, and clothing to the people. Tilak, through his writings, explained to the peasants their right to relief under the Famine Relief Code. Plague followed the famine. The soldiers were deputed to take plague infected people to isolation camp. They behaved like a gang of invaders, insulting women and throwing household goods on the street. This angered the people. Balagangadhar Tilak was tried to writing explosive articles on the unjust policies of government in the Kesari and sentenced to 18 months imprisonment. It was greatly resented by the people throughout the country. He wrote about the policy of Britishers. Then Balaganga Tilak been sentenced for 18 months. He was in jail. Next, worsening of the economic conditions. The peasants suffered badly due to the prolonged spell of drought and famines. Indian traders and manufacturers had lost all confidence in the government of the country. India gold reserves were being transferred to London. India was thus stripped its own resources. Money was not available for loans even against government securities, and the bank rate was artificially high. India remained a mere exporter of new raw materials to England. Decline of handicraft industries created massive unemployment in India. Next, ill treatment of Indians in South Africa. There is a apartheid method, black and white. White people separate colony, black people separate colony. The black people called like slaved, like a servant, labor. If white people traveling in any railway compartment, the black people cannot enter that. Even though Mahatma Gandhi also suffered the same fate in the South Africa, he was advocate there in South Africa for 17 years. So he brought that apartheid, fighting for the Indian people, the discriminated Indian people. So in South Africa, Indians were subject to racial discriminations. They were denied the right to vote and could not enter the houses, buses, or railway coaches reserved for the whites. They were subject to unfair taxation. The Registration Act required them to carry their identity cards. In India itself, assault by British soldiers often resulted in death of Indians. Now, in between the international event also took place. In South Africa, the Boers fought with amazing courage for 3 years, that is 1899 to 1902, against the mighty British Empire. In Ireland, people were waging a full-scale home rule agitations. That home rule means self-government, like Annie Besant and even Gopal Krishna Gokhale also started that. Even Balaganga Tilak also, the home rule started in 1916 in Pune. Revolutionary movements were going on in China, Egypt, Russia, Turkey, and Iran. Italy's defeat in Ethiopia in 1896 and Japan victory over Russia 1905 shattered the myth of European superiority. Japan victory heralded the dawn of the new era of the whole of Asia. The people of India were fired with patriotic instinct following these events. The Solan slogan already raised, we want freedom. We want our motherland to be free. We want to rule our own. That's why Annie Besant came from Irish lady. She was thought, why don't you go to India and tell them to make a self-government and do the agitation against the British government. She came here. She started the Theosophical Society, and he started Home Rule League in Chennai, as well as Gopal Krishna Balaganga Tilak also started in Home Rule League in Pune. So likewise, now repressive policy of Lord Curzon. Lord Curzon is one of the worst, the Viceroy of the India when the British rule was there. He treated Indians like a slave. So he brought the divide and rule to divide Hindu and Muslims. That's why the partition of Bengal has happened. What is the reason he is telling? That is, so much of people, population is there, we cannot do administrative properly. That's why we are dividing Bengal, that is East Bengal and West Bengal. Now West Bengal is Calcutta, Orissa and Bihar is the West Bengal. East Bengal, now the Bangladesh along with the Pakistan, that's called East Bengal. The West Bangladesh, it was with us before independence. When the partition of India has happened, Bangladesh joined in Pakistan side. That was begun. Then 1971, Bangladesh was independent, got independent due to India involved in the free Bangladesh from Pakistan. So 1971, Bangladesh was new country was raised because of Indians. So let's see. Lord Curzon's attitude was imperialist. He tried to curb the growing nationalist and patriotic feelings among the Indians. He raised storm opposition in the country by the Calcutta Corporation Act 1899, which reduced elected members of the municipal corporation to half. By the Universities Act of 1904, he imposed strict official control over the Indian universities and abolished the internal independence of the universities. The Official Secret Act and the Church Choice Meetings Act restricted the freedom of the Indians. The partition of Bengal in 1905, in order to break the unity of the Bengalis and the crush the rising nationalism, was the most unpopular act of the Lord Curzon. It was the partition of Bengal which was one of the main reasons for the start of the Swadeshi and boycott movements. Swadeshi means foreign goods, own goods you have to use. Boycott movements, foreign good you should not buy. Avoid foreign goods. That's a boycott. Any government, even the people of India will boycott. They will not respond. Now I'll come to the partition of Bengal. Lord Curzon's most unpopular measure was the partition of Bengal, which is announced in 1903 and carried out in 1905. He justified the partition on the ground of administrative convenience. His real motive was to crush the rising tide of nationalism and divide the people on the basis of caste and religion, that is Hindu and Muslims. Under the leadership of Her Rasul and Bipin Chandra Pal, the Bengalis carried out fierce agitations against the partition. Every town and village rang the slogan of Bande Mataram, which meant patriotism, unity and determination to free motherland. This is the partition of Bengal. Now next, the belief and objective of radical leaders, radical nationalists or assertive nationalists. Belief: The assertive national believed in vigorous political action and continuous struggle to achieve Swaraj. They were not aiming at improving the system of the administration but changing the system completely. They knew the British were interested only in their own well-being and that British used all sort of method to control India. They held the English responsible for the downfall of Indian culture. Now, objectives achievements of complete independence of Purna Swaraj was in the main objective. They wanted to establish a government by the Indians because they believed that Swaraj was the solution to all the problems of the Indians. If you give Swaraj so independent, you will rule out everything. The methods of the assertive nationalists or radical leaders popularized the idea of using Swadeshi goods, boycott of foreign goods, government services, honors and titles, promote national education that provides vocational, political, secular and moral education, instill confidence in people by reminding them of the Indians' glorious past. In that, started celebration of Ganpati and Shivaji festivals, presented Shivaji's Vivekananda as national heroes, a passive resistance adoption of non-violent and revolutionary methods activities, secret societies, Anusilan Samiti, a Mitra Mela were set up, infused courage in Indians by their speeches and writings. Magazines like Yogandhar and Sandhya openly asked people to ready to use violence. They will openly tell, come and take bullet versus bullet. Likewise, the radical leaders, because it was totally different. Even now, achievements as assertive nationalist. Through the use of Swadeshi and boycott movements, they managed to hurt the British economic interest and made the British finally pay aid to the Indians. The new program was so simple that everyone could follow it, and soon the rich, the poor, the urban, and the rural all were involved with the movement. They managed to give a sense of confidence to the people who were inspired to fight for the Swadeshi and were willing to sacrifice their life for the motherland. These new nationalists were also much more self reliant. Now they learned to have faith in themselves. They knew that the Indian could save their own destinies. They were unshakable in their resolve for the Purna Swaraj and were not willing to compromise and accept dominant status. They dared the British government. They killed so many British officers also. Not like early nationalists, moderate. They only pray, petition, and please. Not like radical. Radical bullet versus bullets, they fought. Now, great leaders of assertive nationalism, that is trio, normally called Paul Lal. BAL, one Paul, PAL, one Paul, then Lal. Paul Lal. Balagangar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal, Lala Lajpat Rai. These three eminent radical leaders. Before that, there is a Surat split. Congress split has happened. because the moderate policies, the radical leaders doesn't agree with that. They will go against them. Don't do violence, but radical do the violence. So likewise, the radical leaders, when the Congress election was held in Kalkar, Surat, that is now being what do you call Gujarat. When session was happened, there was a election of the Congress president elections. The first election, second, third. It was happened. There was a split in the two Congress. One is early nationalists and is radical leaders. The radical leaders proposed president post Lala Lajpat Rai, but early nationalists, the moderate, proposed Rash Bihari Ghosh as a president. But these radical leaders and moderate leaders not agree with each other. That session was cancelled. After 1907, it was Surat split in Congress. Due to this reason, then the patch-up is happened 1908. Again, the radical and moderate leader together work towards independence. That is called Surat split in Congress 1907. That important for your examination. You can read it in your textbook. It is there, Surat split. Only simple line. Due to election of the Congress president. That's all. Now first we will talk about Balagangadhar Tilak, 1856 to 1920. His famous quote, "Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it." This is a slogan he made it. Is known as the father of the Indian unrest. He used to papers Kesari and Maratha to spread his ideas. He organized Swadeshi and boycott to pressurize the British. He British sentenced to him 6 years imprisonment. Tilak also used the celebration of Ganapati and Shivaji festival to arouse the feelings of pride, discipline and nationalism. Akharas which would involve the youth were set up in Maharashtra. Along with the Hani peasant, Tilak set up the Home Rule League. He was responsible for the league in Maharashtra. He also helped to spread the anti-partition of Bengal movements outside the Bengal. He used the Kesari and Marathi papers. He spread the message through the newspapers. Now Bipin Chandra Pal, 1858 to 1932. Being a great orator, spread the message of the Swadeshi and boycott. He wanted Indians to work actively towards gaining Swaraj. He was willing to go to prison rather than testify against another journalist. He felt the spread of national education could be used to arouse the Indian youth and involve them in struggle for the Swaraj. He also argued nationalists for the removal of poverty. He felt that Swadeshi and boycott would best route to economic as well as the political freedom. Bipin Chandra Pal used the magazine New India to spread his ideas. He launched an English daily Bande Mataram. His ideas of economics welfare of the Indians' poor class were clearly spelled out in his speeches and writings. Now next, Lala Lajpat Rai is the Laini Sheri Punjab, like a line of Punjab. This title is given. Lala Lajpat Rai, 1865 to 1928. That means he was killed in encounter. That means while agitating in Bombay, the Simon Commission go back. After the agitation, like Artal strike against the Simon Commission, He was lathi charged by the police, British police, and he succumbed injured. Due to that injury, he passed away after 1 month after the lathi charge. His name is Seri Punjab, is Punjab Lion, normally called Punjab Lion. Being an eminent educationist, he was associated with DAV College Lahore. He wrote a book on national education. He started the magazine Young India in the US to gain support for India's struggle to gain Swaraj. He used anti-partition Bengal movement to generate patriotism in the hearts of the Indian youth. He favored the Swadeshi and especially the boycott movement as they undermined their prestige of the British and it hit them where it hurt the most. In the US, he started the Indian Home Rule League. The Congress adopted the non-cooperation resolution under him. When his movement was suspended, they disappointed. He was part of the Congress group which formed the Swaraj Party. He fought and won the election to the Central Legislative Assembly. He formed the Nationalist Party with the help of Madan Mohan Malviya. He founded the Servants of the People's Society, which worked for the welfare of the downtrodden and outcast and freedom movement. Sher-e-Punjab is what he was and remembered as Lion of Punjab. While leading the procession against the Simon Commissions, he was grievously injured and died. His death was a great loss for India. So these are the three leaders you have to remember for your examinations: Bala Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, and Bipin Chandra Pal. Their contributions towards freedom struggle. These leaders called radical leaders or assertive nationalist or extremist. Anyone, normally assertive leaders. Early moderate, that is called moderate leaders. They are very soft corner in British government, but the radical leaders little bit against opposite of the moderate. They are going for prey, these people are go for fight. So likewise, this is the second phase of the Indian national movement. Good morning class, stay safe, stay home.